I want to share with you today about changing our perspective. Changing our perspective to find new ways of doing things, to find common ground. Our perspective is the way that we see things, the way that we expect to see things, probably the way we always see things. It's called our perspective. And we each have our own perspective. There's nothing bad about it. We all have our own perspective, the way we see, the way we look at certain situations. But I believe that seeing situations with only our perspective, it limits our possibilities for other solutions. We can't see a new way of doing something because we only see it the way that we've always did things. If we always do it the way we've always did it, we don't get any change. We see no growth, no other solutions, other way of finding a way to do something. Looking at things by only our own perspective also limits growth. Now, you might not be able to tell it just by looking at this video, but this was once a body prepared for bodybuilding, competition bodybuilding. When I was in my 20s, I trained my body to be a bodybuilder. I really worked hard at it. And I know that you have to push your body in different ways to get the results that you want. Like for your chest, for example. To increase the muscle size of your chest, you can do push-ups. Now, push-ups are great. Push-ups are great for upper body strength and all kinds of things in your body. But it really doesn't promote the growth of your muscles. That's what you're looking for as a bodybuilder, is to increase your muscle size. So I know that you have to do bench presses. You have to do decline in bench presses, incline bench presses, flies. There's all kinds of things that you need to do, all kinds of exercises that you need to do to increase your muscle size. And if you're looking for growth, you have to try and have to exercise things in a completely different way than you normally do. And looking at things by only our perspective also inhibits finding common ground. In today's world, most people are not looking to find common ground. They're good with their situation. They know their way is the right way, and they really don't want to find common ground. To get along, we really do need to find common ground. So how do we do this? How do we find common ground? How do we grow? How do we find new solutions? I believe there are four ways that we can do that. Do that by looking at situations in a different way that would give us new or different perspective than we currently have. So the first one is to look through simple eyes. Simple eyes. Think about a sixth grader, not sixth grader, but a 6-year-old. A 6-year-old looks at life really simple. They just get up and go about their business, have a great day. All they're caring about is just what they see in front of them that day. They're not worried about taking care of family, friends, any political situations, anything with work. They don't have those worries. They're just looking at things from a very simple perspective. We can look at things like a 6-year-old does. It will change our perspective as well. Just let things go. Take it easy. Lighten up just a little bit. And I think we can find a new perspective on things if we'll just sometimes look at it through the eyes of a 6-year-old. The second way is to look to the future. Now, think about this situation that you're dealing with, and 10 years from now, how will you want that story told? Will that story be told in a way that is pleasing to you, or in a way that really, I should have done that differently. I should have found a different solution to that. I should have handled that differently. So 10 years from now, how will that situation be told? Heck, 10 days from now sometimes, right? 10 days from now, that situation will have passed, and I can look back and say, man, I wish that story was told a little bit different. So look to the future. First one, look through simple eyes. Second one's look to the future. Third way is to look to the past. Think about how your grandparents would have handled this situation that you're dealing with. I think about my grandparents. My grandparents were salt of the earth people. They got up every day, did their chores, did their work. raised a family, raised garden, livestock, all those things to get by. And they really didn't just get by. They enjoyed life. They enjoyed life. They didn't have all the technology we had today, the smartphones, the technology we have in our homes, the comforts of life that we have, but somehow they still got by. And they really did enjoy life. They really did enjoy their life. So, what did your grandparents do? Look to the past, see what they did. It might change the way you look at a situation today. So, the first look to simple eyes, second is look to the future, third is look to the past, and the fourth is to look to the opposite. The opposite. I think of a situation like abortion. Let's take abortion, for instance. Some people believe that you can have abortion anytime you want to. Some people believe that there's no occasion necessary to have an abortion. These are polar opposites. And people really believe the way they believe, and they believe that's the only way there is. But why do they believe the way they do? Now, granted, some people believe the way they do because their mama told them so. That's what daddy said. That's what's on the news. Well, that's what they said down at the such and such. They don't really form their own opinions. That's the first opinion that gets to them and it sticks with them. But some people really do form their own opinion, understand why they believe that way, and can articulate it. And so if you think about the opposite, if you'll get with somebody who's opposite of you in a situation, you'll stop and listen to them, talk to them, ask them why. Why do you believe this way? And listen. Listen. Don't just let them say it and as soon as they get finished, you're ready to spit out your answer on why you believe the way you believe. No, actually listen to them. Try to understand. Not from the standpoint of trying to change your mind, but have a better understanding. Once you have a better understanding of both sides, then you can find common ground if that's what you're looking for. At a minimum, you can get along. We can disagree on situations, but yet still get along with each other. My wife and I do that all the time. We are total opposites on certain situations. I can't stand the way she wants to do certain things, and she can't stand the way I want to do certain things either. I love her. She loves me. And we get along. Although we know, and we know where we differ on these situations. We know what's different. Okay? So I come to find out about these perspectives, thinking about perspectives from picking blackberry. I love to pick blackberries. I love to eat blackberries, okay? But I do really love to pick blackberries. It takes me back to a simpler time with my grandmother. And I know that you got to work hard to pick blackberries. It's not a simple process of picking blackberries. If you see somebody with some blackberries, know that took some effort to get to where you see them today. I love picking blackberries. When I'm out in the blackberry field and I'm all suited up, ready for anything that may come at me in the blackberry field, I'm down there picking berries. And I'm picking berries, and I've maybe picked out the place where I'm at. And I think, oh, I'm finished. I can go and move someplace else. But if I look back, change my perspective. I said, look at here. There's more berries back here that I didn't even see. And if I look over on this side, well, looky there. There's more berries down there. I didn't see them from the perspective that I first had. But if I move my perspective around one side or the other, or maybe if I squat down, I can see them too. Looking at the perspective that I'm looking at, I sometimes miss berries. And that upsets me. I know how hard it is to pick berries and to find berries. Know that I just flat walked away from some berries that were right there, and I didn't see them because I didn't change my perspective. It's changed my life thinking about changing my perspective. And I use it in all walks of life. So next time you're in a situation where you're looking for a new solution, or you're trying to grow a situation, or you're trying to grow yourself, or you're trying to find common ground with somebody or a situation in life, I ask that you just think about changing your perspective. Look through simple eyes, look to the future, look to the past, and look at opposites. And maybe one of these ways of changing your perspective, you in a way that you need to be benefited from.